Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 14 of the Local to Global series. Today's episode, we are going to push forward through July. I'm going to try and get through this nice and quick. We've essentially got both of our main events sorted, so what I can do here is we can just advance. We still have Al Coleman issues, which, you know, his morale's gonna be pretty bad for a little while. Anyways, I do apologize for the every other day uploads for the last sort of two. I did go down to Melbourne, so only had enough episodes to last for that long while I was down there. Obviously, no computer, no recording software either, so wasn't able to play, which is actually a good thing because it sort of reinvigorated me. I pretty much played very, very consistently for like the last 2 weeks, so it was a nice little break, a few days off, but we're getting back into it. And we have the Climb 8, so looking forward to that one. We've got our main event for this show sorted out as well, which is going to be Al Coleman versus Blue Dragon. So let's get into it. It is very cheap tickets, which we will continue with once again. We've got a few new signings, so a few new wrestlers we can actually use on this show, which I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, War Peace, Wild Red Stallion. They both came in last episode, so looking forward to using them and potentially pushing them pretty hard. Obviously, War Peace, did really well at the Battle of the Asylum, so I'm going to go with an angle here. Bit of a gamble for Al Coleman. We might use that this episode or this show. So let's go. A bit of a gamble. I am very tired at the moment, so I do apologise if I'm not massively high energy as I usually am, but I'm excited to play, so hopefully that works out for us. We've got 4 students here. We've got Primetime Jack Pride, Phil Anders, then War Peace and Wild Red Stallion, with American Patriot running pre-show training drills. So it looks like, yeah, the two new guys have come in there. And then Pepper looks like he might not be in the training anymore. I don't know if that's because he's good enough not to be or what the case may be for that. Anyway, Jason Patterson, American Patriot, have been hanging out a lot recently. We've got Pistol Pete Hall, which is my avatar. And Phil Anders have been bonding recently as well. Good stuff. All right. What are we going to do for this one? We'll just pull a rib. Don't want to risk the locker room too much. So Remy Sky actually sees a funny side, which is good. Nice little rib there for us as well. Anyway, tonight's main event is going to be Al Coleman taking on Blue Dragon. So we'll get that one booked in for the Rocky Mountain Wrestling heavyweight title. So we'll chuck that on the line. We'll give the win to Al Coleman. He's going to retain. I think we can actually call this match as well. I think Blue Dragon's got pretty decent psychology. At least 66. He's got 74. 74 psychology. That's very, very good. Yeah. Slow pace, decisive finish. We'll give Coleman an actual decisive finish there. And then we'll do that angle as well. So let's go quick angle. 4 minutes promo. Al Coleman onto Blue Dragon. And let's have Coleman maybe ignores the fact that Blue Dragon is the current #1 contender. Is already, I guess, looking forward to his title defense. And we spelt looking incorrectly, loiking. We'll go looking to his title defense at the next pay-per-view, which will be against the winner of the Battle in the Asylum, which was Roger Montero. Big win for him. Looking forward to his match against Roger Montero. All right, cool. We have that as an angle, save that. We'll script it as well. 4 minutes, perfect. Angle idea, bit of a gamble, chuck it on for Al Coleman. There we go, there's our main event sort of sorted out. Tag team match up next. I want to try and find a little bit of chemistry if we can. I'm going to have Patriot and let's go for Remy Sky, actually. We'll have those two team up against... What heels have we got? Let's go for Jules Knight and the Silencer, who unfortunately already has cooled momentum, but it is what it is. Let's see if any of these guys have any positive tag team chemistry with each other. So we'll give the faces the win in that one. Patriot and Remy Sky. Go with another singles match. We'll go, I think, a War Piece win over maybe a Jack Pride. The 12 minutes. I don't think we actually need to keep Jack Pride simple anymore. I think he can actually do a decent job. Not sure if these two actually versed each other on the Battle in the Asylum. Did they verse each other? They did. It was only a 32. Let's see if it's any higher. We'll give him a rematch for this one. In fact, I could probably have Jack go over. Cheat to win, maybe. Only got 12 popularity at the moment, War Piece. I don't want to push him too quick. And you know what? Jack Pride's got 14. So let's spin that around the other way. Let's go Jack Pride to win. We'll have it be tainted as well. So we'll do that. That looks pretty good. Then for our other match, final match on the show, I might try another tag team match, actually. I know we're using a lot of workers for this one, but I really want to see some more chemistry if we've got it. So let's go Hangman and Wild Red Stallion together. And they can take on Pepper and Anders. We might let Anders go. I know a lot of you guys in the comments have essentially suggested that, you know, maybe it's time that Anders leaves the company. He's sort of by far our worst worker at the moment. And he doesn't really have a lot of upside, so there's a decent potential that he might leave us in the near future. We might bring him back in the future, who knows? But he's causing a lot of issues for us with his momentum. And I can't really justify giving him wins, even against, you know, lesser opposition, shall we say. It's just a rough one. I might go for an angle here with Stallion as well, with Hangman. Let's do that. So let's go another in-ring promo for 4 minutes. Let's have Texas Hangman and Wild Red Stallion. We'll just have these two together. Let's go Hangman. Oop, we don't need capitals. Hangman welcomes Red Stallion. I guess we could just call him Stallion. God, misclicked. Welcome Stallion to Rocky Mountain Wrestling. Cool. We'll have that to open the show, I think. I think it actually works really well. So we'll book that one, and then we're pretty much ready to run the show, and we're only a few minutes in. So yeah, what I will do as well for this is we need to add them into our storylines. So main eventers, do we add them into main event? I might remove Blue Dragon from there. Put Blue Dragon into this one here. And then for the mid-carders, I'm going to add in Silencer. I'm going to add in War Piece. And finally, Wild Red Stallion. So they'll all go into there. Upgraded Blue Dragon for a little while because he is very, very good. He's very talented. And we'll essentially just see what happens. So I guess one other thing is Montero... Yeah, Montero's in with the staff. I could probably... Do I just leave him in there? Maybe. I mean, pretty much most of these they're all matches and they actually rate really well. So I feel like this storyline, as you can see by the heat, it's extremely hot. Everything else is also extremely hot, but I don't know. I feel like that storyline's probably the strongest overall, which is interesting. Anyway, let's save the show there and let's run it. So we start off the show, The Climb, with a 38 rated angle where we have Hangman in the ring with Wild Red Stallion, and of course Hangman welcomes him to Rocky Mountain Wrestling. Stallion debuts his Lakota Warrior gimmick, getting an initial rating of great, and then we've got a bonus one booked to look dominant, and then obviously not going to be. He's not going to be taking part in comedy bouts anyway, but he will look. He will be penalised if that's the case. Also, we've got 117 people in Wyoming for this show as well. I'm pretty sure our last two very cheap ticketed shows were only 99 people in attendance for both of them, so that's a good little bit higher as well. Anyway, 38, first involvement there for Stallion making his debut, and we've got his matchup next. Gets us a 47 rated match where we have Texas Hangman and Wild Red Stallion defeating Jerry Pepper and Phil Anders in 11:44, when Wild Red Stallion pinned Phil Anders with a Lakota cutter, and Hangman obviously carrying the match, and then Phil Anders being the weak link, as we would expect. All right. 61 in-ring there from Texas Hangman. That is insane. He's so good. So damn good. And yeah, nice little win on debut there for Stallion as well. Essentially teaming up with the RMW MVP, or GOAT, if you will. But yeah, good stuff. We move on. We go into a 38 rated match here where we have a rematch from Battle in the Asylum. We've got Primetime Jack Pride pulling off a bit of an upset, getting a win back, defeating War Peace in 11:45 by pinfall after using a foreign object. So yeah, Jack Pride cheating to win. And a nice little match. I think that's exactly the same as their last one, I believe. So yeah, not too bad. Pride getting a little bit of pride back, shall we say. And yeah, well, maybe not so much considering he's cheated to win, getting a tainted win there. But War Peace maybe not looking as strong or as dominant as he did in the tournament. We then move into another tag team match. We get a 46 rated match here. We have American Patriot and Remy Sky defeating Jules Knight and the Silencer in 12:05 when Patriot submitted Jules Knight with a sleeper Americano. And then Silencer was the weak link. Still rusty, so still got the ring rust, but hopefully we'll get out of that fairly soon. And he's actually not a bad performer, especially even at his age. He may have a penalty for, let's have a look, for physical decline. I'm not 100% sure. He's got it for being, declining physical ability there. So he's got the rusty, he's got inconsistent as well, which is not great. And then declining physical ability due to his age. I think he's, 43? I think at the moment. So he's up there in age. But, we have a lot of young workers. It's not too bad to get in some, more experienced heads. And realistically, he's only going to benefit us once he's out of that ring rust stage as well. So very happy with that. We move into a 43 rated angle where we have a success for our Coleman there. And Coleman basically comes out, ignores the fact that Blue Dragon's the current #1 contender, and essentially says he's already looking forward to his big match against Roger Montero for the RMW heavyweight title. So yeah, Coleman not really fussed about Blue Dragon here tonight. Taking him a little bit lightly. We'll see if it, backfires against him. The main event, getting us a 57 rated match. Very good stuff there. But we have Al Coleman defeating Blue Dragon in 2015 by submission with an ankle brace. And we have Al Coleman making defense number 5 of the RMW heavyweight title. Very good match between these two. We've got a 54 in-ring there from Coleman and a 51 in-ring for Blue Dragon. So good stuff from both of them. I like it. Obviously, low morale there for Coleman. And that's, between that and the physical condition for him, they're the only two penalties for the whole match. So Very, very good stuff there. Let's finish the show. We got through that one pretty quick. I'm trying to make these episodes a little bit shorter, purely for the fact that I'm very, very tired at the moment. And I want to get this out to you guys tonight. Or today, I guess I should say. Yeah, good stuff. Finish the show. We get a 52 rated show. That's huge. Very solid rating there. Of course, increasing our popularity in one region, which is, of course, the Northwest. Let's finish the show there. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a popularity point increase. I at least really hope it is. Let's praise. Pretty much have to praise Al Coleman at this point, and then I think we'll go with Texas Hangman as well. To be honest, that performance at the start was very, very good. It's what he does. I don't know. I pretty much strapped the rocket to him, and it really worked. So I'm very pleased with how he's going. I'm expecting at some stage TCW or US Pro will probably come in for him. I think he's very much their type of worker for both of those companies. So yeah, I assume it's going to happen very soon. Anyway, we only lost $300 there for that show, so that's incredible. Very good. Obviously, the work costs are up a lot, but you look at the ticket sales; they're pretty much the same. So it's more or less just the show cost that we're losing out on. Even our marketing is, our merchandise is $24 above the marketing cost for the actual show. So we're doing so well. We're doing really well. We're almost at $1,000 profit per show, which we're going to maybe do singles matches for all the matches on the next card. So we'll leave a couple of people off, but we might try and save a little bit of money that way, I think. Here we go. Popularity recap. Please be a point. Yes, gets in there. All right. We're up to 14 popularity. Episode 14 for 14 pop. It's exactly what we like to see. You love it. You love seeing the little arrow. The arrow means you're doing the right thing, which I love. Still wish this was green, though. Albeit there's a lot of green on this screen, so maybe not. Anyway, happy days. That just means more profit for us. We're 3 points away. Oh, I'm excited. 3 points away from tiny size. And that's when things are really gonna ramp up. Really looking forward to that. We got so much coming up. I'm really looking forward to it. Anyway, let us advance forward, I guess. Yeah, let's just go straight forward. We'll take a little look at the roster here, because I want to check popularity essentially before we go into the next event. So 33 pop for Coleman, 23 there for Blue Dragon. That's up massively as well. Who else have we got? Jack Pride still at 14. That's fine. We got Remy up to 30. Montero up to 30 as well. That's huge. Hangman's at 37, and we're not even really doing anything with him at the moment. He's sort of just winning matches. Even Silencer, he started off on pretty good pop in the regions. At 16, or he's at 16, I should say. Got 12 there for War Piece, 12 there for Stallion as well. So that's a little rundown of the popularity. Let's advance. We'll get into the next show, and we'll go from there. So yeah, just a little bit of a ramble here before we advance forward. Melbourne was a very good trip. Had a lot of fun. I won't go into too much detail with it. I'd like to keep some things private, but yeah, had a good time. Melbourne's a good city. I did enjoy my time there. Spent most of my time in South Bank, which is sort of, I guess, maybe a little bit nicer than the rest of the other parts of the city. Obviously went over to St Kilda as well, if you know where that is. It's a nice beach over there. They got some other interesting stuff, like a big palace theatre and Luna Park as well, which is different to the Sydney Luna Park. But yeah, good city. I do recommend going there if you have the chance. We actually had really good weather, which is... I've been to Melbourne a few times before with like mates and friends and stuff like that, and it wasn't as good as it was. So very pleased with that. Went with my partner, and obviously she'd never been to Melbourne before, so she had a lot of fun. Yeah, it was just a good trip overall. Good to get away. But yeah, happy to be back. Happy to be back home, as per usual, and happy to be back making videos for you guys. We're still responding to comments. I was going out for breakfast and stuff, replying to all the comments. You guys are still absolutely smashing it. Honestly, it's unreal, the support. I know I sort of keep harping on about it a little bit, but whew, the support recently has been next level. The views, I think channel views, I was averaging about 6,500 with the WCW series at the end of 2020. And at the moment, I think I'm over 20,000 for the last 28 days. So to pretty much break 13,000 extra views per this month has been incredible support, honestly. As well as winning the TEW best content creator. That was so unexpected. Had no idea. And going up against some of those guys, it just honestly, you guys blew me away with that. And yeah, it meant a lot to me, and I hope you guys can sort of, I guess, understand how much it actually did mean to me. So I do appreciate all you guys, which is why I'm incredibly tired right now. I'm probably rambling more than I usually do. I'm tired. It's not that late. It's only about 10:30 at night, but God, I am tired. Anyway, what I'll do now is I'll skip forward so I don't ramble anymore, and I'll join you guys back for the next show. Alrighty, so we are done processing. What do we got here? Got another tour there for Blue Dragon. And WLW, they are medium-sized. They've actually got a decent amount of money there too. So that potentially could be where we lose Blue Dragon. So there's, like I said, there's a chance that someone like him could very easily leave and join a WLW or one of the other Japanese companies as well. I mean, Burning Hammer obviously have the resources to sign him as well. So it's a little bit scary, but Blue Dragon, he's not Texas Hangman at the end of the day. So I'm not 100% concerned about him as much as I am about Hangman, and obviously Hangman has already got a bit of a special place in my heart. So yeah, wouldn't be too fussed losing him, but Hangman would be very sad, and I think a lot of you guys would probably be pretty sad as well. Anyway, let us skip forward here. Tonight's venue, once again, going to be Wyoming, and we're at 14 pop. And again, we're with normal ticket pricing for tonight's show as well. I think I'm going to go a character ID for this one. It is likely to succeed, so that's not terrible. We'll chuck likely on that one. And that's for anyone as well, so there's no restrictions. Good stuff. We love to see that. All right. Locker room incidents. What do we got? Coleman failed to show up with a scheduled meeting with a road agent. Going to give him a stern warning. I don't really want to upset him too much more. He's already got those morale issues, so we want to, I guess, be maybe a little bit softer on him. Anyway, we've got Jack Pride and American Patriot getting on well backstage. Good move was infectious. We've got some more free training drills for those guys. So Pepper's not there, which is interesting. Maybe Pepper's good enough. What do we do? I might go some team bonding. I know we do have the morale issues, but I'm going to do it. So it's strengthened everything. Even Al Coleman, actually, with Hangman, Jack Pride, Jules Knight, Silencer, and Patterson as well. So not too bad. Not too bad. And we strengthen our own relationship with Jack Pride, Jules Knight, Roger Montero, and Jason Patterson as well. So very decent. Between Al Coleman and Remy Sky, they've actually had sort of the most, although I think Remy actually outdoes him by one. So yeah, good stuff. Good team bonding, really. And that definitely could have, I guess, had some negatives there as well. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is we're going to book the main event, and we're going to go black screen. it is to throw you guys off. I know you guys like a little bit of a surprise sometimes. So our main event, it is going to be Al Coleman taking on the winner of the Battle in the Asylum tournament, which is Roger Montero. I did actually come up with an idea for the tournament name. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to do it right now, but we'll do it in the future for the next one. We're going to rename it as an old Wyoming sort of insane asylum. We're going to rename it and sort of base it off of that asylum. Sort of like a bit of a respect thing for a lot of people that were there. A lot of people that probably lost their lives there as well. So we're going to do that. We're going to give them the respect that they deserve. Have a tournament run after, or run, I guess, in its name. And yeah, it should be pretty good. It's a little bit more creative, I feel like. So I'm personally, pretty happy with it. We need to have Patriot be the road agent for this one as well. Forgot about that. And yeah, I have high hopes for this match. I think it should be a really good match. And I do like the psychology in this match between Coleman and Montero. So I'll bring you guys back now. There we go. The match is booked, and we are ready to go for the rest of the show. So let's do. What do we do? A stare down, maybe, or a beat down. Let's do Coleman beating down Roger. Disregard. Let's do a saving the day. So we'll have Roger being attacked. He'll be the victim. And then we're going to have the cavalry being Wild Red Stallion. Essentially riding in to save the day. He's not going to be riding in, but I like the sound of it anyway. So Coleman attacks Roger pre-match. Stallion runs down and makes the save, preventing big damage. Oops. For Roger. Let's go. Preventing big damage. Can I fit being done? No. Cool. We'll just go with that. Happy with it. Although it is 5 minutes, we'll make it 4. In the ring. Save that. We won't improvise. Copy and paste that over as well. I think we do have an angle. Do we not? I thought we did. Anyway, it might have run out. I think we did have an angle idea for Montero, but I think it might have potentially ran out. Either way, doesn't really matter. I think it was a bit of a risky one anyway, so not too fast in the grand scheme of things. Seeing as Stallion's going to make his appearance, we'll give him a match on this show as well. So Pepper's got chilly momentum. I'm going to go with Jack Pride. Stallion versus Pride. Give Stallion the win. It'll be open script and decisive. Cool, I like that. And then, again, we're just going to go all singles matches, I think, for this one. We might go War Piece versus Silencer to open the show. And we'll work the crowd with this one. So we essentially try and negate the ring rust there for Silencer. So work the crowd. Go like that. Silencer's apparently unhappy. So I guess we won't negate the penalty. We'll just keep him strong. A little bit frustrating. And then final match. Who do we go final match? Let's go with... Pretty much want to go Hangman, if I'm being honest. Maybe Hangman versus Patriot? I don't think we've done this match before. We have. We did it at lockdown, actually. It's been a while though. It's been a while, so we'll run it. We'll run it back. We'll run it back. I like that saying. We might even do steal the show for this one. Actually, I think that can even at 12 minutes, potentially challenge the main event. And what I'll do is I'm literally going to go an angle as well. Just literally a promo by himself for Texas Hangman. And let's have Hangman wants to become champion again. States he will do what needs to be done to win the title, to win the belt, I guess. To win the belt. Win the belt sounds better. And that is how I imagine he would speak. So we'll save that one as well. Get that one booked in after that first match. And we're at 72 minutes. As you can see, we're not using a lot of people, but again, we're saving a little bit of money. We used a lot. We did 2 tag team matches on that first show. So realistically, you know, we want to try and reduce it as much as possible, I guess. So let's run the show. Alrighty, we start off with a 32 rated match. Not terrible. I thought it was going to be worse. We have War Peace defeating the Silencer in 11:49 by pinfall. And of course, this is our work the crowd match. Got to add War Peace's finisher to him. I'll try and remember to do that after we finish the show here. But good stuff, 32, solid. We then go into a 53, that's ridiculous. 53 rated angle from Texas Hangman by himself. I didn't actually write what he wants to become again. He just wants to become again. Wants to become champion again is what we missed there. You guys are probably screaming at me. I've got tired brain, leave me alone. But he basically states that he will do what needs to be done to win the belt. Possible, very small chance, or small, I guess, hints at a heel turn here. Very small. That might be the start of it, potentially. We'll have to wait and see over the coming episodes. But there's a tiny little inkling of a heel turn there. Very good angle, though. Very, very good angle. 53 rated. Which leads into his match, which gets a 47 rating. We've got Texas Hangman defeating American Patriot in 12:21 by pinfall with a chokeslam. And this was our Steal the Show match, so both workers went all out for us. Got a 54 in-ring there from Texas Hangman, 36 from Patriot. And our dirt sheet looks like this. So stamina for going all out for the 12-minute Steal the Show match for Patriot, which is interesting. Stamina there as well for Hangman, but we know he's a little iffy on his on the old stamina. Physical condition, inconsistency from both of them as well. So there's a fair few penalties in there, if I'm being honest. Might not have been the best match or match type, I guess, Steal the Show to essentially use with these guys, because, you know, going all out, they just don't have the stamina to do it, and it's essentially cost us a penalty extra from both of them. So something to think about for the future, but we move on. We then go into a 34 rated match here. We've got Wild Red Stallion in singles action for the first time. And he defeats Primetime Jack Pride in 11:55 by pinfall with a Lakota cutter. Both very, very similar in-ring performances. We got a 33 there from Stallion and a 32 from Primetime Jack Pride, baby. And yeah, the crowd is now white hot as well, leading into the main event angle. So good stuff there. Happy with that. Nice little win there for Stallion, and of course he's involved in the next angle as well, which will be potentially good for him. That angle gets a 32 rating for us, where we have Al Coleman attacking Roger Montero pre-match before the big heavyweight title match. And we have Wild Red Stallion, who runs back down the ramp after his match and makes the save, preventing big damage on Montero prior to that title match taking place. So yeah, Red Stallion getting better at his gimmick as well. Very good stuff there. Very happy with that. Was he great? I think he might have already had a great angle. So if he's getting better, he might actually get up to legendary, which is a bonus for every match and every angle. So yeah, as you can see there, Coleman's got a legendary gimmick, so he gets a bonus essentially from everything he's involved in. which is massive. He does already get a bonus for great gimmick, but we want the legendary just to be that little bit better, really. Little extra bit. 32 is not bad. Again, Stallion doesn't have a lot of popularity, so him making the save, well, it makes sense for us sort of storyline-wise, because eventually we're going to put Stallion and Montero together as a tag team down the line. Maybe it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because the fans, I guess, aren't really accustomed to him yet, and they don't really know exactly who he is. Although he's got some, he's got 2 wins under his belt, 2 big pinfall victories, so maybe the fans are starting to maybe come around to him a little bit. Anyway, here we go, the main event, the big one. Who's going to win? Get a 54 rated match where we have Roger Montero defeating Al Coleman in 20 minutes 19 seconds by pinfall with an eagle chop. Roger Montero wins the RMW heavyweight title, won the Battle in the Asylum tournament, and has now pulled off a massive upset by beating Al Coleman and winning his first ever heavyweight title here in Rocky Mountain Wrestling. Huge stuff. And a very solid 54 match rating as well. In-ring performance, he actually outperformed Al Coleman with a 55. Coleman only with a 54. So it's only 1 point between them, but honestly, that's pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. Again, low morale there for Coleman, so a little unfortunate. He's got a slight extra penalty on him. But again, it's kind of his own doing, so we're not really too worried about Coleman. He's had a very good title reign. I'm very happy with him. He was the perfect sort of heel champion in between Hangman and obviously the next crowning face champion, which is going to be Montero. And we will sort of see where we go from here. So I really like Montero as a champion. He's impressed me so much throughout this series. Literally brought him in as sort of a more experienced worker that had 60 plus psychology to use as a road agent with good respect and stuff like that. So from going from that point, he's literally gone from down here and just elevated himself all the way up to there. And he now finds himself as the Rocky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. So I think that deserves a clap. I'm very, very happy with that. And we've got a new champion. So let's finish the show. Get ourselves a 50 overall show rating there for Ravenous. And a new champion to boot. Very happy with that. Again, no popularity changes. That's perfectly fine. We expect that. But let's take a look. We'll address the locker room first. So let's go once again with Coleman. And this one, Roger. Praise him as well. Good. Like I said, he outperformed. He outperformed Al Coleman. So I'm very pleased with him. Financial report. We made $114 from that one show. So we are literally profiting a pretty decent amount of money, literally just running shows at this point. And that was, we only spent $3.90 on workers, which is sort of the minimum pretty much that we can get, which is nice. Again, we could probably leave more expensive guys off the show. Excuse me. We've got, obviously, we left Blue Dragon off this one. He's very expensive. Patriot's also very, very expensive for us as well. We could have left him off. We didn't. It's perfectly fine. We're not going to be too worried about it. But yeah, good profit. We'll advance to the end of the month here as well, because I really want to see see how much profit we made for the month of July. So that'll be good. And I also want to just quickly again go over everybody's popularity. I want to see how much pop Roger Montero gained as a result of winning the world title, the heavyweight title, excuse me. So no change for Coleman either as a result of losing the belt. He's still at a 33. That's massive. Montero, he's up to 33 himself. So he's literally he's gone up 3 points this month alone. And he only actually worked the one show when he became champion. So didn't even work the Climb show. Red Stallion's up to 14, Wild Red Stallion. And then who else have we got? Where is he? think I'm blind. Silencer still at 16. War Piece is at 15, which is not too bad. He won his opening match as well. But yeah, everything looks really good. Hangman still at 37. That's perfect. Everything's looking perfect at the moment. I honestly can't see any real flaws with us. Don't know what's happened on my picture there. Oh, I didn't actually add a picture for Battle in the Asylum. Title prestige for the heavyweight title. Again, tired brain. Is up to 35. So that started off at 30, and we've actually gained 5 points as a result of our champions and our title defenses. So you look at our history, we've got a little bit of history about us now. 147-day reign there for Coleman with 5 defenses as well. That's not, it's not half bad. Now we have Roger Montero as our current champion. Let's advance forward. It's going to be 8 days. I literally I want to see the profit, and that's pretty much it. The profit is something that's very, very interesting to me. I love to see where we're at in relation to clawing back, I guess, clawing our way back out of debt and trying to become a more profitable company. Like I said, the debt at this point, it really doesn't, I guess, have me too worried is probably the best way of putting it. I'm not really too worried about it. But it is something that, that's still outstanding, that we still haven't completely addressed. And we still find ourselves, I guess, behind where we maybe should be, potentially. I know a lot of you guys have pretty much got up to tiny size, those of you that are playing the local to global with me at the moment. And you pretty much have the debt sorted out by the time you go up to tiny, which is 17 popularity. So I believe once we get up to 17 as well, which will probably be about the next 4 or 5 episodes. I'm hoping 4, but it may be 5 episodes. So probably around episode 18, episode 19, we should go up to tiny size, which is going to be massive. Then pretty much from that point, it's only 8 points of popularity up to getting ourselves onto WrestleWorld and having a broadcaster for our events, which is going to give us an even higher amount of income per month, which is going to be really, really cool. And per show, actually, as well. So looking forward to that. We've got a lot of really, really good things coming up with the series. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, first and foremost. And then if you are enjoying this series, make sure you show your support, dropping a like on it. I would love, to have a video where I guess this might be a little bit of a pipe dream at this point, but maybe having 50% of the views as likes, if that makes sense. So say the video's got, 300, 400 views. The video itself has 200 likes. That would be something. That'd be incredible. What an absolute incredible rate that would be. Anyway, let's keep advancing here. We've got one more day left, and we will look at the finances. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, so we got a BCG touring contract for Jason Patterson, which is really good. Hopefully he'll improve a little bit more once he goes on his tour here with BCG. So good stuff there. And then, yeah, Blue Dragon. I don't even know if Blue Dragon was actually available for that last show, as he was still touring with WLW. I have no idea. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. We made $980, 20 away from 1,000 profit for that month. That is huge. And we actually got taxed $52. So yeah, that's a little bit, that's slightly disappointing because I would have loved to have hit 1K. A 1K profit would have been really, really good. Anyway, yeah, I mean, things are looking really good. we're in a very, very solid position. I don't think, I guess we really need to worry all that much. I think we're well on the way to progressing, obviously, up to tiny size. And the debt, we're really sort of starting to chip away at it. I mean, if we're making 1,000 per month, it's going to take us 12 months, roughly. It's going to be less than 12 months because you essentially need to think about the higher our popularity gets, the more money we make. More money we make in ticket sales. We go up to, and sponsorship as well. If we go up to tiny size, you actually get, I think, a little bit of a boost in your sponsorship money per month as well. So, yeah, we're very close to, I guess, sort of outgrowing the debt that we're in. And we lost a lot of money that month. Bit of a bum steer, shall we say? That's I think that's an Australian saying, so some of you guys won't. You might catch on. Essentially bad advice, but yeah. Every other, 500 here, 300 here, 200 here. We're only losing sort of negligible amounts of money, and we're sort of making, I guess, sort of 3 times, 2 times at least what we were losing. So we're hopefully going to claw it back in half the time that it essentially took us to lose it, really. So very happy with that. And yeah, we're going to end the episode there, guys. So drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it tonight. Pumped it out, a little bit tired, but hopefully it's not been too bad for you guys and you have enjoyed it. And we've got a new champion in the company, new Rocky Mountain Wrestling heavyweight champion, Roger Montero. Al Coleman is no, champion no more. And we even had a little tiny potential hint at a heel turn there on that last show for Texas Hangman as well. So lots of good stuff to look forward to. Potentially some storylines coming out of this as well, even if it's only us sort of discussing storylines and sort of talking about it. And hopefully next episode we go up to 15 popularity in the Northwest. That'd be very, very good. I think we actually gained a point of popularity there in the Southwest as well. And potentially in Alberta and British Columbia. I think there were 3, and they've now spilled over to 4. So that's very good, and that could actually give us that extra bit of sponsorship as well. Because we're roughly making the same amount of money in ticket sales as we are in sponsorship as well. And then the merchandise is sort of progressing pretty steadily with the popularity increases that we're getting as well. So yeah, enough about finances. Very good episode. I've enjoyed playing again after a few days off. So good stuff. And yeah, I'm rambling because I'm tired and I'm going to go to bed. As always, guys, take it easy and goodbye.